finally came bearing gifts after the years of knowing him and the years of asking. I appreciate this. You're the man.
Had to bring something.
I appreciate you, Jarrell, in the building. Whooped my ass in one-on-one. Actually, nah, I hold my own. On Saturday.
I'm gonna give you your credit. Right. You're better than I thought you would be.
Yeah. That's what I want.
I'll give you like the football side of things. You know, like you're a little physical.
Yeah, I had to, man. I had to. You hit like 9 straight jump shots on me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? But we played some one-on-one. It was cool. I want to start balling again, man.
Whenever you're around, man, just let me know.
Yeah, but I didn't want to. I want to like I got 2 of my boys, Finney and Dunbar. They Dunbar's been on the pod. Finney hasn't been on the pod. Yeah, he stays trolling me for that. He's like, yo, what's good, man? I'm the best athlete, you know. Like, what the fuck is he get on the pod? But they always tell me about like they're going to ball and shit. But they're so competitive, and like, yo, that's probably the first time I played one-on-one in a decade.
Wow.
No lie.
A decade?
Real talk, really? Bro. For real.
Wow.
I used to play ball all the time. And then when I like throughout high school and even when I went up to college in Buffalo, I was playing basketball all the time, like intramurals and shit. And I was nice. Like I was good. And then when I blew my knee out in 2013 playing football, just like running out of bounds, I went to juke and my shit just blew out. And then ever since then, bro, legit, I've probably played basketball less than 10 times in about 8 years. That's why when I came to Watch Club, I was like, yo, bro, I'm just going to play guard and just like pass the ball up and shit, you know? Cause,
yeah, but you good. You like in decent shape, so.
Yeah, that was helping me. That was helping me. But I know what I'm doing. I just can't, like, I missed mad layups against you. I was like, yo,
I know the scouting report. Like, I kind of figured it out, like, early, but I don't want to, like, blow up the game.
No. Let's keep that under wraps. Let's keep that under wraps because I'm trying to pull up the Sunday Watch Club, too. We'll get to that in a bit. I got you on because I like talking hoops with you, and we just had the finals end. Warriors taken in 6. I like always starting these kind of conversations with, did it go the way you expected?
Yeah, exactly. I think the finals were, like, very entertaining compared to, like, previous years. Like, the Suns and Bucks were like, it was good. It was a great matchup. But, you know, it was like Giannis is a megastar, but like it didn't have like, you know, that Stephen Curry effect. Like when your eyes are like glued to the TV.
Right.
Then you have a character such as like Draymond who's like talking throughout the whole finals with his podcast and everything going on. And then a young superstar talent like Jayson Tatum. So I think this was like so much fun to watch, and like both teams, like defensively and offensively, like they kind of like matched up. But obviously, the Warriors had some firepower, and it was a great finals to watch.
It felt like the experience for them really showed. I feel like how do you say
Udoka?
Udoka, excuse me. Udoka, he got outcoached by Kurt, especially like games 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing for them was that from game 1, you knew Curry wanted this bad.
Yeah.
Like really, really
bad. They started violating. They was talking about his wife's cooking.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, I want to turn it up now.
I mean, typical Boston, you know, not don't put that past the Bostonians there. But to me, I felt like the craziest thing that really stood out to me in that finals in particular was coming into it, I felt like Boston was more reliable. Like their pieces were more reliable because you knew that Brown played well in the playoffs. You knew where you were getting out of Smart, Horford, Grant Williams when he would check in, Time Lord when he was healthy. He made such a big impact.
He's a beast.
And then the guys off the bench, especially when they played at home, like your Pritchards and White had that big game on the road over there. Like they were more consistent, I think is the best way to put it. Where like Golden State, Klay didn't, outside of 3-4 playoff games, he was Klay Thompson. The rest of them, I mean, I remember I had my boy Combo on and we were like, yo, do you think, I know this is going to sound crazy, but do you think maybe they bench him in certain spots or is it like, it's Klay Thompson?
I mean, I know, but like since it's Klay Thompson, like he opens up the court.
Of course, and you're
always going to have to respect him no matter what. Even if he's like 0 for 19, he's going to make the 20 shot.
Because he's so streaky too, where he could be 0 for 11, then out of nowhere you're like, oh shit, he got 20. He's 7 for 8 in his last 8 shots. So I get that. And then on the flip side, staying with Golden State, no one saw. Wiggins was what, the third best player in the series, if not second, right?
Second.
So that was wild. Draymond, he had his moments, but he did like typical Draymond shit. Like everything he was doing, he was being an agitator, a disruptor. Like those are the kind of shits that make him the player that he is. And then outside of that, like you knew Poole wasn't going to deliver every game because he's a young player going on the road into Boston. That game 3 was tough for him, you know? Yep. So like that's how I felt going in. And then it completely changed with, some of the matchups, like they went away from that in the early stages of the series, and then going towards the end.
I think the biggest thing was like the Celtics, like the inexperience. Like you've seen it with like all the turnovers. It was kind of sad to watch. It's like these guys are like they have more athleticism. My bad. Like defensively they got it. Like with Robert Williams, you have the defensive player of the year, Marcus Smart. But it's just they needed that point guard. They needed someone like a Rondo who could like just control everything. Like Jaylen Brown, very talented, but he's like very slippery with the ball. And they just kept turning it over, and like that's what killed them. Like they had everything else, but it was that part of the game, I think.
Nah, for sure, man. And I think Tatum had over 100 turnovers in the playoffs. It was like what is that first time ever someone like. And you're talking about him, like the dude who, he sends that message out to Kobe text.
What did you think about that? I've seen a lot of people on Twitter like making jokes or like.
I feel like it was dope because everyone knows of their relationship. Like I thought that was cool. I'll tell you this much. Now everyone that's going to be doing it with someone that's passed away that they looked up to, it might be a little clout chasey. It also looks terrible. Now they're trolling them. Like Kobe replied back like, "No, you don't," and shit like that. Like you've seen that, which is wild. But it's also what social media is. I was fine with it. I thought it was a dope thing because like they ended up winning too. So it was like, yo, I got you. And that was his mentor. And he's talked. He's been so adamant. Like him and Booker are like the last of like the Kobe children, what they were saying. So to me, it was cool. I thought it was dope. Now, moving forward, if like, I don't know, someone worshipped Babe Ruth. I know that's a terrible example because they didn't have cell phones then. But like I'm saying, something like that, I could feel like it's a little clout chasey.
Yeah. But like you said, he has that relationship. Like if he didn't have that relationship with Kobe, we would have been like, all right. But he had that.
Exactly. Yeah. That's the perfect way. So to me, it wasn't anything crazy, but I think a little bit alarming. I don't want to say exposed. Would you say he got exposed in the finals?
Yeah, I don't think he got exposed. I just think it's his first time. It happens. I think he's gonna come back stronger. I don't think there's something to be worried about. He takes a lot of mid-range shots and it's very Kobe-esque, but
yeah, I just think when you're in that status, bro, you get that kind of criticism, whether it's warranted or it's kind of like too harsh. When you're in that upper echelon, like, bro, I don't know if I was talking with you about it, like the Luka thing, right? Like if Luka got bounced in the first round again this year and he didn't go on this run, yeah, they fell short of the finals, but it's like, all right, Luka's taking those strides. Yeah. If not, the conversation will be like, dude ain't been out the first round in 4 years. And then it's like, yo, hold on, but we're praising him. But then eventually you get shit on. Yeah. Like that's the growing pains. When you're a young player in the league like that, you see it time and time again. Like if Anthony Edwards in like 2-3 years, he hasn't been out the first round, so you'd be like, oh, can you really build with him? Where other people are saying he could be an MVP candidate. So it's like these young players that are top picks or they're kind of that it guy, top 5, 10 player of the league. Eventually, you got to get out the first round. So with Tatum, bringing it back to him, he's been out the first round so many conference finals. Like that's not the knock on him. But now he's being slandered for like all the turnovers, over 100 turnovers in the postseason and, falling short in the big moments. That's kind of what you asked for, though, too. If you want to be that guy, this comes with the territory.
Yep.